On the Range podcast. On the Range.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of On the Range podcast with HOGG Tactical and Kelley Defense. I am Mark Kelley, and joined as always with my co-host and friend for the 500th time, Rick Hogg. How's it going, buddy?
Man, Mark, I'm doing fantastic. It is a great day, dude. Amazing. 500 episodes,
Yep.
Right? A little over 4 years, we've kind of figured out, hey, 125 episodes a year, man. That's pretty good for a couple of guys that are just looking to spread the word out there as HOGG Tactical and Kelley Defense during our old China virus shutdown pandemic. So hats off to you, buddy, man. Great job. Been a great show
too,
doing
buddy.
this thing. Yeah. And really just want to thank the viewers, listeners out there for entrusting us with your most precious commodity, your time to tune in. Guys, greatly appreciated. I want to thank our patrons for all their support kind of from day one. Couldn't do it without you guys. Guys, just one huge favor. Swing by warhog.com, kelleydefense.com. Sign up for those newsletters. One just went out today, as a matter of fact, right?
Yep.
Big notice of the collab we're doing June 29th and out in Ohio, me and Mark. We're going to do a performance pistol class out there. So if you didn't get it, you missed out. Make sure you check the junk mail because occasionally that stuff like to slide in there. But that one out today. So appreciate all the support on that one. And then, guys, if you're interested in becoming a crew member, super easy. warhog.com, kelleydefense.com. Little icons on there to go right to Patreon. Or if you want to go type it in, you can type in patreon.com/on the range podcast. Become a member of the crew. Free to join. Check it out. Get your free preview. If you're a law enforcement officer, special tier pricing for you guys. So try to throw a little extra to you guys. But yeah, super excited for this episode, and we were kind of talking in pre-production. If you want to know what goes on in pre-production, crew members, you guys know. And then, oh, by the way, crew members stand by because we'll have more stuff for you at the end. But I think we're going to dub this episode Fit at 50. So a bunch of fives in there to kind of commemorate the 500th episode. But again, to me, Mark, and I'm looking for your input. A lot of guys go, man, I'm 40 something, or I'm turning the big 4-0 or 5-0. And it's like they've automatically mentally crushed themselves. And I'm like, dude, yeah, I got achies and owies, right? But I'm still getting after it every day.
Yeah.
I know you are as well. We try to pass it on the crew members, the whole becoming 1% better every single day. But what do you think the deal is with this country, man? Just having this stigma on an age. I mean, we've got some super fit people out there, but we got some awfully big people as well. So just, curious on how you're seeing it over in your neck of the woods when people kind of hit those certain benchmarks of age and what they think it either does or doesn't do to them.
Yeah. I mean, it's so self-defeating that I don't really understand it. And sometimes it's even a lot younger than that. I mean, people in their 30s, oh, I'm 35. I can't do it. Dude, are you kidding me? I didn't feel my best till I was in my early to mid 40s when I felt the strongest, I could run the furthest, all that stuff. So I don't understand it, but you're right. You hit the nail on the head. If you've already got that mindset, then yeah, you're going to not see the point in it, and you're going to sit around. You're going to get sedentary. You're going to get out of shape. Things, when you try to do stuff, you're going to get injured, or it's going to feel, horrible the next day. You're right. But everybody's got those injuries and those things you have to kind of nurse a little bit, but you can get after it. Like you said, there's a lot of people out there that are just beast modes. And, I think you're one of them. I mean, we're in our mid 50s, man.
Yeah.
Mid 50s, and we're still getting after it, jumping, all that functional fitness stuff. I just don't understand the defeatism mindset. I don't get it. And it's running rampant, especially when it comes to physical fitness.
Well, see, I think it's twofold, right? I think part of it's, society. Let's think about it. Your average American is lazy out there. And then in turn, you've got these magic boxes, which just suck your time, right? To sit there, and whether you look at somebody else on the interwebs going, man, look at them out there crushing it, or just stupid watching your dumbass cat videos on TikTok or whatever, right? To me, it's just a burn of time. And I used to think social was a good place just to kind of help spread the business. Obviously, with Zuckerberg doing the things that he's done, I think it's a complete waste of my time. Don't put the effort in, and which is actually kind of refreshing, to be honest with you. So I put minimal amount of effort in, at least for the Meta platforms. Do a little more on LinkedIn, but dude, I'm terrible as far as kind of replying, answering, doing that other stuff because I got better things to do. And here's the other thing, man. At least for me, man, when I get that workout in, I feel invigorated. It's dude,
For sure.
I'm ready to go crush the day. It's like, hey, man, you feel better. And it's scientifically proven, if you want to say post-workout, yeah. Are there days that you're going to be sore? Hey, man, it happens, right? You sit there and crush the beast a little bit too much. Hey, man, it's all good. The soreness is good. It means, hey, man, I'm working my body. Because at the end of the day, at least for me, I want that longevity, right? I want to sit there and chase my grandkids around, right? I don't want to sit there and go, hey, slow down there, kiddos. No way, man. I want to sit there and give them a run for their money. No different, man. I got a 22-year-old boy. It's like, go ahead and get out of line, buddy. I'm still going to smack your ass around, right? It's like, no, it's to me, it's a lifestyle. And if you don't embrace it, or if you never start, or we've had this conversation, it was like the other day, man, dude, I wasn't feeling it. I got up, man. I'm just like, oh, geez. But when you kind of get the blood starts to start flowing, you're like, all right, dude, hey, we're getting things going. Hey, that first set and a half might not have been too hot. That's all right. Boom. Next, she'll eventually kick in. But and I think we had this kind of conversation beforehand. Man, if you can get some type of fitness equipment at the house, your ability for excuses just went out the window. And it doesn't have to be much, man. I'm not going to lie. All this stuff that I've got in the garage, I haven't paid, retail for any of it. I'm not a super fan of the socials, but man, that stupid Facebook marketplace, man, you can find people, and especially living in a military town, people PCS and leaving, or especially after the first of the year when they go, hey, I'm going to go get fit, and they buy all this crap and then they want to start dumping it. Dude, you can get a lot of stuff on the cheap, and think about all the savings. I mean, we talked about this. You're not having to drive to the gym. It's all right there. So just bam, grab your stuff, get your workout in and go. So
we started last week. For all you who aren't familiar with the crew, you go to crew membership page at patreon.com/on the range podcast, or you can go to the websites and you can try it for free. They get the all access package, free trial for 7 days. Last week, we talked about that very thing. Before we move on, I want to hit that piece about the longevity too. Like you said, it just being fit, being able to continue to play sports with your grown kids, being able to chase around the grandsons and stuff like that. That is huge. But there's another piece to that. The older we get, I don't want to be a burden on my family. I want to be able to get my ass up off the couch. I want to be able to get myself out of bed, even when I'm in advanced age. And the only way you're going to do that is if you stay fit and you strong and develop those muscles and have a good base. So when you start to get through those years, it's a heck of a lot easier on you and everybody else. But as far as like the longevity thing, I mean, there's no question that changing a few things, and we could go into, things that we're not experts in, but the fact of the matter is if you have a good, solid strength training regimen and you do some cardiovascular training, the benefits of you going from very sedentary to even just moderate athleticism or health, the health benefits and longevity is astronomical, even better than someone who goes to elite. That's not as much of a benefit it would be if you just go from not very good health fitness wise up to moderate fitness. Talk about adding years onto your life. That's what we're talking about, friends. And if that's not a reason enough for you, I can't help you. But we're talking about that stuff on the crew, and that's going to continue. Yeah.
And, here's the other thing. Big Pharma, man, they're out there pushing their pills, right? Hey, man, let's kick that. Let's get rid of, get off those pills. The one thing that's really opened up my eyes here in the last little bit is when we really look at the food we're consuming, right? So when we look at this whole fitness piece, yes, the fitness is a piece, but the nutrition we're getting on the back end, dude, that's a huge part as well.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Guys, you really have to start digging deep and read some labels, see what kind of additive crap is put in there. Get that sugar out of your freaking diet, man. And again, this is where I draw, it's like, oh, you don't want any sugars. Well, dude, I love fruit, right? I'm a big fruit eater. So that's got natural sugars in there. I'm going to call myself good with that, but it's all, you go sit there and suck down a Coca-Cola, and that bad boy, I think has, don't quote me on it, because I haven't seen a bottle in so long, but I think like 35 added grams of sugar in that thing. That's just poison to the,
I can't even, I can't even imagine.
It's just poison to the body, right? So
yeah.
Part of this whole thing is, yes, doing your fitness regimen, and trust me, you can do it, right? So if you're that, that guy sitting on the couch going, man, I'm 50 something, man, I'm 50 something, right? I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
You got to get up. You got to get up and start. That's got to be first and foremost. You got to have a plan. Do something. Hey, man, even if it's just, I'm going to go out and walk down 3 mailboxes and come back 3 mailboxes, man, it's something, right?
Yeah.
Make some type of progression to your fitness, and then really look at your diet and what you're eating. You start putting all that stuff together, man, I'm telling you, the benefits far outweigh any type of cons that you can sit there and have, because just the energy you're going to have, right? And you're going to sit there and go, well, Rick, that doesn't make no sense. You work out and you got energy. You're damn right. Yeah, you do. Right. There's days I'm a little more gassed than others, depending what I'm doing. Today, man, we're feeling strong, man, feeling great, all fired up, ready to go. And it can be done. And you don't have to put all these hours per day in the gym. Yeah, you're going to have hours over the week, but dude, quick, 30, 45 minutes, man, boom, get her done.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of smart people out there, and you can find them on the interwebs. You can find them online. They have articles and they have blogs and all this stuff, and they know what they're doing. I mean, they're elite athletes, they're coaches, and there's some smart people out there, and get into one that's well-known, that's absolutely great at their craft, and they help people all the time, and just stick with them and start, listening to other people. There's a lot of things out there, like you said, those little incremental changes in your lifestyle. It doesn't take much to see dramatic results really quick. Your body comp, in my opinion, is one of the first things you're going to notice is like how your clothes fit.
Oh, yeah.
How your clothes fit. You're just going to see that. You may be paying attention to the scale. Oh, I'm not losing, but then all of a sudden you put on them 34s that you haven't had on in a few years. Boom, you're like, okay, now that's something. That's a win. Getting a goal. Like, in matter of fact, we talked about this. We've had an idea about putting together a virtual race, maybe a 5K or a 10K. It's going to benefit something that's dear to us. And we can always add things on, but we're going to do something and we're going to put it out there for the masses. You can come out there, you get yourself a little bib, you can follow each other's trainings and all that stuff. It's going to be a blast. The crew members are going to be involved in that, I'm sure, but having a goal is always a good thing too. Hey, you know what? I've always wanted to walk. It doesn't have to be running. I've always wanted to walk a 5K. I see people and it looks like fun. They're downtown. They're doing these races. It benefits something. Or I have a family member who has an affliction that they benefit with these things. I want to do that next year. Those are great goals. Get a group together, and the crew's perfect for that. But yeah, there's a lot of things that you can do incrementally that'll make huge, huge differences.
Yeah. And you don't need a bunch of stuff either. That's the whole thing.
Nope.
Guys will always sit there and go, well, I don't have this and I don't have that. Let's be an honest broker. What do you really need? Right? If I've got a halfway decent set of shoes, and I'm the worst for having running shoes, right? I probably run running shoes.
I get them for Christmas presents because I never buy myself any good shoes.
and I burn them. I burn them to the point where it's like, hey, probably not the best thing for my feet, but hey, whatever. You just kind of work it. But really, if you got that, and I'm telling you, like a sandbag, dude, there is so much you can do, right? Just
Yeah.
mere body weight. Like you got to go, well, Rick, I can't afford to buy a sandbag. Cool, dude, do body weight exercises. You can do a simple hit the old Google machine. If you don't know what to do, boom, body weight exercises. At least you're doing something, right?
Yeah.
All we're looking for is just how do you sit there and tell yourself, how can I make myself 1% better? 1%. That's all we're looking for. Right. And I love to use the mailbox analogy, whether you're running, walking, doing whatever. Hey, if I did 3 today,
Yes.
I'm doing 4 tomorrow. Right.
Right.
I did 4, the next day I'm doing 5 the next, right? Just a little bit. How much is that? How far is a mailbox? Right. But
Mhm.
for some people, that'll be huge. And how many mailboxes am I going to jam in there at the end of the year? A boatload. And I mean,
Yeah.
it's guys, I can't stress it enough, right? Don't let these suckers that are telling you, oh, when you hit these certain ages, you can't do something or you're going to be old and feeble or whatever. Think of this. I want to go for as long as I can the way I am, knowing that, hey, yeah, we've got some brain and structural damage things going on, but hey, keep that stuff going for as long as I can. Cause like you said, I want to chase the kids around, still want to whip the
Mhm.
kids' ass. And
Yep.
then, by the way, don't want to be a burden. And then really the last but not least is, man, if I've got to sit there and defend myself, I want that ability,
Yep.
right? I want that
Yeah.
ability. God, I don't want to sit there and go, man, I got somebody killed because I couldn't do something because I didn't want to put the effort in.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't even got into that piece. But
No.
you made a really good point. And the first video that we talked about in our little fitness stuff with the crew members was erasing all excuses, external excuses. Erase
Mhm.
all that. And the home gym is the perfect way. And that was the example I used. All I got to do is walk out into my garage and
Mhm.
and I'm there. Or you walk out and you start walking around your cul-de-sac or your street or whatever. So
Yeah.
you make it as easy as you can to get to your fitness program and begin the workouts. That's number one that I think you have to do. And number
Mhm.
two, as far as equipment goes, bro, you know what I use? Burlap sacks that I got for like $1.98 a piece, full of pea gravel. That was like $5 for 40, 50 pound bag.
Mhm.
And you make certain bags out of them and you throw them around. Dude, it's that simple. A couple of the resistance bands that cost $8 or $9 on the internet
Mhm.
and a pull-up bar. And you got something. You got
Yeah.
a lot you can do a lot with.
Oh,
As a matter of
dude.
fact, I don't think I've ever posted a video, and it's by design, where we weren't using primitive things like that.
Mhm.
Look at Pat Mack. He uses center blocks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Use
There's no excuse.
No, there's zero excuse, right? Especially when you got so we'll even go to the minimalist, right? Just going mere body weight. Hey man,
Yep.
I got me. And depending where you live at, um, are you close to a school that has a jungle gym? Man, go over there.
Perfect.
You know what I'm saying? Do a quick little trot or walk over there. Dude, jungle gym, you can sit there and do your pull-ups, you can do your dips, you can do all
Mhm.
kinds of stuff depending how it's all set up there. But like you said, Mark, the biggest thing is number one, remove any excuses. But number two, very similar to with the firearms training notebook, is you got to have a plan, right? I see too many guys that every day is back and buys, right? I don't
Yeah.
care about back and
No.
buys, right? We're not at that point. We're going, hey, what functional movements are we doing? Hey, am I getting back and buy benefit from doing pull-ups? Sure. Are we doing multiple different pull-ups? Of course we are, right? Because
Yeah.
because Johnny Cheapo over here, right? So yeah, I don't even know the name of the rack, right? Doesn't matter, but it's got the pull-up bar there. So it's got the straight one that goes across. It's got ones that kind of come straight out. That's cool. We went and got some of the rock hanger handholds at dirt cheap on freaking marketplace. Took me a drive somewhere to go grab it. Yep. So you have all these things just in the pull-up fashion of that's just one exercise, if you want to say, with numerous different variables in there. Guys, you
Yeah.
can do it, man. You can do it. Um,
There's a guy, and I can't remember his name. Maybe I'll put it in the show notes. And he has made himself a gym, and I think I don't know if he was I think he's an Australian special forces guy. Dude he does like Turkish get ups with like a gallon of water. He fills old jugs of milk and he puts gallons of water and does Turkish get up. If you ever tried to do one of those, friend, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Torture, absolute torture. So he has nothing. Everything he has, he made. And my man is easily could compete in the world's strongest man competition. All he's using is he's picking up old lawnmowers. It's crazy. Never shows his face. He's a freaking monster. Great shape. There's absolutely no reason why you can't use whatever you have laying around, something modified. There's just no reason for it. Absolutely no reason for it. And you know what? And another thing too, let those cats who are, saying, you don't need to be doing that. That's crazy. Okay. But like Rick said, if you can't even save yourself, by dragging yourself out of something, how in the world are you going to perform with your loved ones or your friends who you should feel personally responsible for their safety, by the way, if they're in your car, if they're with you at your house? How are you going to perform when you need to help them? I'll tell you how you're going to perform. You're not going to be able to do it. And it's going to be catastrophic. So it's a tough thing to say, but it's your responsibility. And all you got to do is step out the door and you can do something. That one friend of ours of the show, Leandra, she's doing that 100 push-ups a day. Now, of course, she's worked up to it. 100 push-ups a day for a year. Yeah. She started for a week. It takes her time. There's no time limit. And then she went to 2 weeks and she went to a month. Now she's up to a year where she's trying to do it. So there's absolutely zero excuse. So, hey guys, just a real quick reminder, Rick brought it up. As always, this episode is brought to you by the Firearms Training Notebook. 1% better every day for more HOGG Tactical Kelley Defense. All you got to do is go to Amazon, type in the Firearms Training Notebook. It'll pop right up, have it sent to your house, and start documenting and planning, putting down all your data and planning your next training sessions, whether it's drive or live. Man, it's a great tool. I think it's a critical piece of kit that you need in your firearms training journey. So go check it out. You could also go to the websites, and sometimes we have signed copies for sale, but whatever. Also, if you sign up for the newsletters at the websites, if you go to warhog.com, kelleydefense.com, sometimes you'll see a flash sale where we have spiral bound edition that makes it even better. Those come around only so often. We're talking about another one. So you're not going to know about it if you don't get the newsletter. You can listen to the show, but for whatever reason, last time after the sale ended and people started showing up at the trainings with the spiral bound, hey man, where'd you get that, bro?
Yep.
We said that at least 500 times,
Oh,
so
God.
I don't want to hear that. You guys just aren't paying attention or signing up for the newsletters.
No, we pushed it out. And that's the thing, right? So I'm going to hit this real quick on the newsletters, Mark. Guys, if you're sitting there looking at the newsletters, scroll the whole thing, right? So you try to put the juice, up top so people will kind of sit there and dig and look and do all that.
Yeah.
But just pan the whole thing all the way to the bottom, right? You might miss something.
Oh man.
Because again, sometimes it might be right at the top where we're having the flash sale, right? It might be grouped up into items of things, that's going on. So yeah, I think a lot of guys kind of see it, click it, don't read the whole thing, and man, where's mine? And then you're going, where you been? Right? Come on. Help me help you.
Yeah.
So
people are funny, man. People are funny. I said, dude, you gotten 15 freaking newsletters and it had the spiral bound notebook on it. And you say you didn't know about it. But it's a good addition. It really works out well. So be on the lookout. Plus we have promo codes. A lot of times the industry partners have some good sales, and that one from Aimpoint is great. Our friends Hoist, they have a 10%. Man, Hoist is, that's the best tasting electrolyte drink out there, man. It'll hydrate you in a heartbeat.
Level 4 hydration right there, Mark.
That's right. Which is better than level 3, by the way.
Yeah. Which is almost up there. At Ivy level, So
yeah. Well, I got to tell you, I don't know if they teach the Roman numerals anymore in school, so no one probably knew what the heck I was talking about.
Probably not. Yeah.
But it's been a blast, buddy. These 500 episodes. It's been absolute joy, and it was something that came a little bit out of necessity, just to keep the names out there for the businesses. They were relatively new at the time, and having all the guests that we've had, and all the opportunity we have to meet people, and Stephen Hunter comes to mind right away. what a great guy that was to talk about his very first typewriter when he started writing all his novels. And man, what a great show that was. It's in there somewhere, folks. You can find it.
Yeah, getting jelly in his floppy disk, and it's like, where's my book at?
Yeah. And it's just, he tells great stories, and he's just a great author. And he was a lot of fun. And Jack Carr, CJ, the Metal Motivator, and all those guys, man, it's just been a lot of fun. But 500 episodes, 500 episodes. Like you said, you think we'd have some more juice?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's, really, guys, that's the thing, right? So Mark brings up a great point. As far as the juice, man, it's like, hey, man, share the episodes. So here's kind of the challenge out there for all you, and I got it. We're fit at 50s, but we'll bump it down to 40s. Hey, man, if you're in that 40 or above category, forward this to a friend, right?
Yeah.
Tell them, hey, man, you can do it. You can get after it. Maybe they need to hear that little bit of extra motivation, or maybe they're just not getting it. You just got to start, right? And when do you start? You start right now. And it's kind of like, with the Warhog words of wisdom, I've given people, hey, man, here's kind of your accountability check. Obviously we always talk about the firearm, dry fire stuff, but hey, did you work out? That should be part of your daily regimen, is doing something physical to enhance yourself. And the benefits, especially for my military guys, all your TBIs, it's scientifically proven exercise, the number one benefit to help with those TBI recoveries, right? Scientifically proven. So the benefits far outweigh anything you can sit there and go, well, Rick, I'm going to do that. I'm sorry, dude. I just don't see it. You're not going to sell me on you sitting on the couch, sucking down Twinkies is somehow going to make you any more better. Get out there. It's all proven, man. Get outside. That's the beauty with the garage, is you crack that door. Granted, man, them cool mornings feels refreshing. Oof. Them hot days, you're like, oh, good Lord, where's that fan at? You get a little air circulating, but man, just the benefits far outweigh anything. And trust me, your family will greatly appreciate you for it. So,
yeah. And we want the best for all you. We want the best. We want you to be healthy. We want you to be strong. We want you to, be able to do the things that you want to do for as long as you're able to do them. And you're just making things so much harder on yourself if you're not staying fit. It's just the way it is, and it really makes you feel better. If you have young kids and you're still in that age range, they're watching, you want them to see you having the habit of trying to be fit, to paying attention to what you're putting into your body. There's a lot of stuff out there that you can cut that you won't even notice, especially if you're trying to get those gains and you're just working against yourself by not paying attention to your nutrition. So there's a lot of things to do, and being in shape has to be a priority. So, but and you know what, if we get that 5K launched, and I think we're going to, I think we're going to. I really think we're going to do it. It's going to be virtual. You'll be able to do it at your own time, and you'll get a bib and get some swag and be able to compare everybody's notes. And we'll definitely coin a winner. And we'll have something special for them, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So stay on the lookout for that. And the crew members are going to get, they're going to get involved with that too. We're going to make sure of that. So
heck yeah. Be some personal shaming going on the crew page. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I wouldn't miss that opportunity. These guys and girls are great, man. The crew members.
Oh, dude, they are so ruthless to each other. It's awesome. I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah. All right, buddy. I guess we got
time.
Yes, that time for the special content.
All right.
I always enjoy that too, and I hope they like it. They seem to like it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So with that, guys, here's the deal. Patrons, stand by. For the rest of you, make sure you train hard, stay safe, and we'll see you on the range.
All right, everybody. Be safe out there.
On the Range Podcast. On the Range.